My name is Ray Nunn. I work at the Oxford Valley Mission Barbecue in Pennsylvania. The reason why I'm here today can best be explained because of the events of 9/11 and how they affected my life and how they affected the lives of all Americans. What I remember about September 11th is it was a normal day. It was a beautiful day. The air was really clear. It's beautiful blue sky. I was a commodities trader. The company I worked for was Copia Trading. We were located in 4 World Trade Center. I took my normal train in. We were under the river, under the Hudson, on the PATH train, and a message came across the intercom, and they said, there's been a police emergency at the World Trade Center. We're redirecting this train. That had never happened before. We didn't know there was a plane that had flown to the Trade Center. While I was on the train, both planes hit at the towers. So I walked out of the train at Christopher Street, about 20 blocks north, and I look up and I see both of the towers are smoking, burning. The first thought in my head was, I need to get down there and see if I can help. My brother worked there, had a lot of good friends that worked there. Somebody said, oh, one of the towers just fell. And I was like, what are you talking about? That can't be right. And I look up and all I see is the one tower standing by itself and all the smoke and debris from the tower that just fell. And I thought to myself, this can't be real. This is like watching a movie or something. It's not, this can't be right. That tower couldn't fall. I worked there for 20 years and it seemed pretty sturdy to me. So I started walking back north, and about, I guess, 20 or 30 minutes later, the second tower fell, and I turned around and saw that too. It was just like a mass exodus from the southern tip of Manhattan. Everybody was walking north. When the first plane struck the north tower, they said, everything's okay, stay here. But my brother had already left. He said, I'm out of here. He lived in Vermont at the time, and so he got in his car and he said he was there in under 2 hours, which is amazing. I personally had people that I knew that there was a group of guys, 5 guys from one of the firms that worked on the trading floor, and every morning they would have breakfast at Windows on the World, which was the restaurant at the top of the South Tower. And so they were there that day, of course. So they didn't make it. I think that people don't really understand the immensity of what, how that changed everything. Before 9/11, there were so many things that people took for granted. The old days when you used to be able to go to the airport and see a friend off, and you could actually stand at the gate and wave goodbye to them and see their plane take off. That was a fun memory of mine as a child. But after that, you couldn't get on a plane, you couldn't go to an airport. Security measures went through the roof. I think we lose something as a nation when that happens. I had always wanted to do something to give back to that community of firefighters, first responders from that day. Something that was nagging me constantly. It was like, you need to do something, find something that you can do to give back. I had eaten at a Mission Barbecue, I think in Maryland. I saw the pictures on the wall and the patches. That kind of profoundly affected me as, this is what you need to do. We have a wall here at Mission Barbecue, and I think every mission has the same wall. It honors the victims of 9/11 in the Pentagon and the Trade Center, and of course in Shanksville. The reason that we have that wall there, I think a lot of times over time people will forget something happens. And that's a reminder when you walk through our door that we honor those people. Every year on 9/11, I have the privilege to be able to explain to a lot of the young kids who weren't even born then what that day was like. To me, it's an opportunity to remind people, that happened. Let's not forget it, ever. We don't want it to happen again. Every year my kids call me on 9/11 and they say, Dad, I love you and I'm glad you're still here. And it's one of the saddest and happiest days of the year for me.